How we doing today? We're back here at the workbench. Today we're going to be working on a Homelite Super 2 chainsaw. These are great little chainsaws for a homeowner. I've had several of them. I've got several of them. I don't use them, but I do have them. I enjoy working on older saws, chainsaws altogether. But these saws have a particular problem. A lot of times you can pick them up pretty quick, pretty cheap on eBay and online, other resources. People, they won't start. People put a carburetor kit in them and they're low on compression. Today I'm going to show you how to fix this, and that's only assuming that our cylinder's in good shape, that we have a good cylinder, a good piston. And we can tell by taking a flashlight and looking inside, taking the muffler off, looking in here, seeing what our cylinder looks like. In this case, this one doesn't look like it has any wear, very, very little wear at all. However, it's really dirty. We'll have to clean that up. We'll do that later in another video. Today my focus is this. This saw has compression, but it doesn't have a lot of compression. It'll spit and sputter, but it won't start. Typically, and I've already rebuilt the carburetor. The carburetors on those, the Walbro HDCs, they're pretty common. They're I'm not going to say foolproof, but they're pretty easy carburetors to work on. Today we're going to talk about the reed valve. So what we have here is a reed valve. The carburetor sits on top of this, and it acts as the cylinder goes up on your compression stroke. It sucks air and fuel through here. There's a little metal plate here, a reed, that opens up. And as that opens up, this should open. I have to get you in focus here. Can you guys see this? So I think we're in focus now. What happens is the air comes up through here. You can see how this opens up. As that opens up, it lets the fuel in on your compression stroke. As the piston goes down the cylinder after ignition, the pressure on the bottom side should close this reed valve tight. But you can see we already have a gap in here. I don't know if you guys can see that, but there's a gap here. There shouldn't be a gap here. That should lay flat. So today I'm going to show you how to fix that problem. What we're going to do is we're going to take this reed valve off, and we can replace them. But these are metal reeds. They very seldom go bad. Just age and wear, heat cycles, causes that reed to warp a little bit. What we're going to do is we're going to take these studs out, and we're going to turn this reed over, and we'll have a running chainsaw. So let's get started. First thing I like to do is just kind of visually look at this. Make sure you don't have anything flammable, because there are going to be some sparks. Today we're going to be using this. It's a snap-on cutoff saw. If you don't have one, it's okay. You have a Dremel, use a Dremel. But the idea is use a very thin blade. We're going to cut two little slots in the top of this, and we're going to extract these two studs. These studs are they have threads in them, but they're like a twist stud. They go in and they hold in place. We don't want to cut all the way through. We just want to cut enough of a slot that we can get a screwdriver in it. We need to make sure that we're right in the center of the stud. guys see how we cut these slots? So now it looks like a screw head. Can you see those? Our screwdriver will fit right in there now. So what we're going to do, we're going to take our screwdriver, make sure you press down, and you see how easy that comes out. I've tried pulling them out with channel locks, vice grips, pliers, needle nose pliers, and I haven't been successful. And if you guys have a better way to do this, please share. But we're going to take our plate off, and here's our reed valve. It's a very thin piece of sheet metal. Don't bend it. It's got just a little bit of work to it. All we're going to do is turn this over. We'll wipe it off, make sure it's clean, make sure there's no debris in there. And we're going to put that back on. And there you have it. We have a tight sealing reed valve. You can see that the gap in here there is no gap. I mean, you can force this underneath there, but we don't really want to do that. But that's all there is to this today. We'll put it back on, clean the saw up, put it back together, and we're going to make this one of several parts on this saw. So what we'll do is we'll get this cleaned up. We'll clean up the saw a little bit off camera, and we'll put it back together, and we'll show a short video of the saw running. Thanks. Look forward to second video.